of them. And there is Meshmat who says there's two of them. There is Pride Comes Before a Fall. There is Waiguru Kazungu falling again in 2015. And of course, that being a huge fiasco in Kenya with, first of all, the government coming out to say, no, there is no money lost. Nothing has happened, to the point where now Waiguru had to leave. So, of course, that's another major thing that happened in Kenya.
It did, and I think Julie and I here, we were like, we don't want people to attack her person, because again, regardless of what somebody has done wrong, I don't think gender, color, race, you know, all those things need to be put in place. But it was a little sad when finally they had to bite the bullet and then, you know, change the narrative. I wish it was a very straight,
sad?
No, not sad. Badly, just that, oh my God, you know, what if we had just decided to say this from beginning, so that we save face and save all those bad things that had to happen and be said, you know, about something that had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, and I think also in terms of reputation, if you come up front and say, actually, there is a problem, you probably look better than if you keep hiding, then finally you're smoked out and you're like, okay, there is a problem, but we're sorting it out.
The truth always comes out in the end.
It's true, but for her herself, she didn't really say there was a problem in the end.
Oh, it's still not there?
No, she kind of sidestepped the whole corruption issue and said that she was leaving for medical reasons.
Yeah, just a little
to be given lighter duties.
Lighter duties. But then again, in the beginning, I didn't think it was about her being a woman. But then as the coverage went on, I started feeling that she's getting attacked perhaps 50% more than if she was male. Yeah. Because we've had so many cases of men or politicians being accused of doing bad things, and we attack them in a kind of very general manner. But when it's a woman, it's like, hey,
it becomes like it becomes very personal. It becomes things that have nothing to do with the job that you were doing.
Then say something.
No, actually, quite honestly, because I mean, the point.
With corruption and with Waiguru, honestly, I don't think it was about Waiguru.
There was too much about her being a certain kind of woman.
As opposed to,
which was not, it should have been, she is a certain kind of leader.
As opposed to being a certain kind of woman.
Who was alleged to have done something with someone.
I stick to the corruption story, and the woman bit,
Do you realize, Mike, for an entire week, almost on every single paper in this country, her face was on the front page.
It's a beautiful face.
She's beautiful, no doubt about it.
And why was it on the front page? Because there were questions of allegations of corruption.
But let's go back to maybe Patney Goldenberg. Was Patney on the cover of Nation Standard Star and whatever else every single day?
I can see we're going to derail this talk right now. But let's stick to corruption, because the main thing really in Kenya that has come out this year is the corruption, because we've also now got Eurobond, which of course has gone left,
right, and center. I want to understand what the hell.
What is that? Euro what?
Eurobond.
Euro who?
Euro what?
Like that?
Yeah, Euro what?
Euro. Okay, so if I was to take a glass of wine, if it, sorry, okay.
When it comes to what we know so far, it is alleged there's 140 billion Kenyan shillings which has not been accounted for. That's bottom line. What Eurobond is the issue right now, I guess.
Yeah, that's the issue, but it's kind of mythical, like a legend.
Yes.
Like something which might have happened, might not have happened. Going by what people are saying from the government.
Interestingly, it's been on the news now for close to a month. And generally speaking, does the Mwananchi really understand what this
that's the point.
That's the thing, by the way. That's what I was telling you. If I did this, also
Kenyans don't know if Europe came here and did something, bonds.
With bond, which bond?
Which money was there money central bank, bonds, and they were taking.
Did we get the money? Maybe we got the money and we just didn't realize?
Beyond the political class and the politics around opposition and government, really, Kenyans don't really understand what this thing is. As much as the media starts to explain.
And it's not because it has not been explained. It has been explained time and again. Oh no, we've done that. We've had experts come in, we've had economists come in. But I think, generally speaking, the average Kenyan who's not interested in accounting, let me put it that way, wants to know this Eurobond.
What?
Does it make my bread cheaper? Does it make my bread more expensive? If it doesn't come down to that, then really, I don't want to know. Because we've talked about how it's going to affect our children's children, because they'll pay for it over time. But I think there's just a general feeling amongst Kenyans that if if it doesn't change the pump price on the fuel, I really don't want to know.
It's really funny. Today, this morning when I was coming here, I heard in the news that I think the opposition leader is planning to mention names.
That was as per yesterday. He said yes, he's going to mention the names.
So he's going to mention the names soon. Soon. And in other news, he doesn't want to help at all until they have, exhausted certain things. And other news, he is busy and he can't show up. So it's very mixed up. It's like what is it called? A spicy, like leftover food. Then you make now that one meal.
You know what? For me, I think these guys are just having a field day again. Talking of the opposition with the government of the day. When you are summoned to come and tell us what this Eurobond talk is all about, and again you decide, well, I am not coming, but I'm sending my lawyer, then
actually the statement is that I have questions, not answers.
And we see
by the way,
from Uganda, KTN, Uganda KTN, and try to open up, and we're still waiting for this. Sometimes it goes beyond the real story and it goes into politics for me, because now it will be dragged through weekends, rallies about Eurobond, and New Year parties about Eurobond, and now we find ourselves in politics again in 2016.
Yes, but I think the bottom line is money. Some money went missing somewhere, and over this past month that Eurobond has been in the press, no one has told us where that money has gone.
Yeah.
That is just the bottom line. So it's like, that's what I'm saying, it's like a mystery. It happened.
You know how I summarize Kenyan politics? For me, I just close my eyes and I see Tom and Jerry. Literally.
By the way.
One day we are running this way, because Tom would be chasing Jerry one way,
then Jerry gets
it changes.
so it changes. So really, I think our Kenyan politics literally is just Tom and Jerry. One day we are running this way, after this one, the next day we run this way. Meanwhile, our bread is still expensive.